Hi, Shank.
Hey Sudhanshu. Hey
Good
Samriti. Hey
morning.
Abhishek. Hello, good morning.
Hey, hello team.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm just waiting for others to join. Thank you, Yushank, for joining.
My pleasure. Rajan should be joining in shortly. He also did not had any invite in his calendar.
No, I have joined just now, Ushank.
Yeah,
Thanks for sending across.
no issues.
So meanwhile, participants are joining. Maybe I can explain the parameters for judgment. So, Smriti, can you share the hackathon slide?
Yes, I can start that. Give me a moment. Okay. Okay, meanwhile, you can check and they're joining, right? Okay.
Can you share your screen?
I'm sharing. Give me a moment. Is Rajan on the line?
Yes.
He's showing as a cloud maven. Rajan, you
Oh,
may want to change the name.
okay, awesome.
Okay, I'll have to
Rajan, go to the invite list, click on the three dots, and you can change there.
just give me 1 second.
Yes, Smriti, you want to continue this? I'll explain just the parameters.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I will do it. Just a moment. Okay. So. Yeah. So regarding the Salesforce Impact Premier League Code for a Cause, so basically our agenda was that we can create an impact hackathon, which is can create a social impact related to Salesforce. So it is like the first ever Salesforce Virtual Impact Hackathon to showcase how Salesforce can be used for social good. And it is unique because the concept is like there will be 9 IPL groups, and with each having like mentors and volunteers. You can think of it as captain and vice captain of each team. So we had like 9 groups, and in each of them there were like 20 sub participants. And then after that, how our round so far has been like so many participants participated and made their submissions, and then they got shortlisted through the internal submission. And there were 20 submissions which we displayed on the SFDC Amplified channel and Impact Hackathon channel. And now we are on the stage where we are having the panel discussion, where they would be selecting like good top candidates based on the scorecard we have been sharing. So in this session, Evergreen NGO and Disaster Management Systems from Gujarat Titan and Lost and Found from Kolkata Knight Riders will be presenting. And the captain is Sandeep Venkat from Gujarat Titans, and Vinod Agrawal is captain from KKR.
So captain is basically the coach or a mentor here, while Mahesh Babu is the what like can you explain me the role of a captain and the role of Mahesh Babu and Vishal Shukla in this? Just want to
Yeah,
understand.
yes,
Mhm.
of course. So basically, what we did is like there were like 250 participants who participated, and they some are students and not very sure what to do. So they figured out mentors who can like who have the good experience, like who are architect level, and they can handle them. But then because there were 20 participants, so it needed some helping hand as well. So then Mahesh Babu, Vishal Shukla, though they don't have like 8 years experience, they would be having 2 3 years experience, but like they are rangers and good profiles. So this way they were helping the captain in arranging the whole teams and other things. So they were like more
Understood.
of a helping hand to the captains.
Makes sense. Okay.
Less experienced, but they were very active. They have been very active.
Okay.
So now, first of all, I want to thank you, Ushan Khanna and Rajananand, for joining and giving us your time. And it really matters to us. So thank you for that. We will really love to get inspired by you. So please tell a little bit about you so that we can get to know more about you. We anyways follow you on LinkedIn. So thank you so much for that.
Sure, Rajan, you want to go first?
Yeah. Thanks. Uh, I'm Rajan Anand, and I'm not sure who all are there on this call. Good evening and good morning to everyone. I am Rajan Anand, and sorry, I just got the invite and just woke up, and so sorry for all this. I am advisor with Cloud Maven. I head the strategy and consulting practice for financial services and healthcare cloud. And I have been with Xerox Business Services as well as Aon Hewitt as their global process excellence and a customer experience leader. And prior to that, I was the corporate vice president for Airtel for their process excellence. I'm I basically help companies solve their business challenges and improve their customer experience. That's my overall mission in this whole journey, and eager to learn from you all. While I'm being one of the panelists, I want to learn how each of the group is presenting their success story. Thank you.
Thank you, Rajan. Hey guys, this is Ushank. Good evening, everyone. Again, Samriti, Sudhanshu, thank you for inviting us and giving us the opportunity to speak to the team. Again, I do multiple things in my professional life, but in short, I'm a founder at Cloud Maven Inc. We are the ISV partner as well as a consulting partner of Salesforce. Again, Rajan has recently joined us to grow our consulting practice. I never wanted to do consulting because again we have limited resource, but every resource has like 9, 10 certification, and we do what we do best. Today we do have like 12 App Exchange plugins. We are serving 400 plus customers, and a lot to talk about the company. But I also had a full-time job before at Goldman Sachs, and this is where me and Sudhanshu met. Yeah, and I'm hoping to learn more, and kind of this is an exciting for us to learn like what you guys have done despite having a very little experience in Salesforce or industry. So good luck to all the contestant, and we look forward to learning more about what you have done here.
Thank you so much, Ishank and Rajan, for giving us more info about you, and it was really great to know. And I would like to call the sponsor SFDC Amplified. And about me, I'm a blogger and YouTuber, and I basically work in Texas, and I'm really enjoying the passion of content writing. So that's about me. So now let's get started.
Ashwini, before that, can you go to a slide where we have the, okay, okay, I don't think we have that. Okay, let me share it. Just one second.
Let me give you the access to share. Are you sharing the screen?
Just one second, I'm trying to share. Yeah, so let me just quickly share my screen. Let me know if you can see it. Ashwini, I'm not able to share. Can you please?
One second. I stopped the share and I gave you the share.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, now I can share. Yeah. So Ushank and Rajan, first of all, thank you for giving us your time. And I would like to quickly explain our parameters for the judgment. So like for this round, we have 5 parameters for judging each of the project showcase, which participants are going to do. First parameter is originality. So basically, this parameter should be around like how original is their idea. It is not something like they have seen somewhere and they have built the same functionality in Salesforce, right? So first parameter is originality, how original is their idea. Second parameter is actually theme fitment. So as we know that this is Impact Hackathon is around the social cause solutions built on Salesforce platform. So theme fitment is the parameter where we are judging how this particular submission is related to the social cause. Second is third parameter is innovation level, like how much innovative is their idea. Fourth parameter is user experience and user UI design score. And last parameter we have is problem solve score. So like basically uh, in this parameter we'll decide after the theme fitment they have selected a use case, right? How much of a problem they have solved as a use case. Are they is their product is actually moving away from the use case which they have selected, or is it like staying within the use case and they're actually
Is
solving
it a
that?
completeness of the solution, or is it like, that's what, is it a completeness? So let's say if I'm saying this is my user journey and how much they have finished in that particular, um,
Mhm,
way. Like, is it a completeness of a solution? I don't know how much time these guys get, because I may have an
mhm,
idea, but I may not have a time or resources to build an
mhm,
end-to-end solution. So is
mhm.
it like, are we like checking the completeness of a solution, or like,
So,
No, no, no.
the,
We are actually checking. It is not the completeness. Actually, we are checking their solution, or like their build is not actually dragging away from their idea, which or the idea or the problem statement which they have
Mhm.
taken.
Got it?
So it is like so. Do you have any questions around it, Kushank, Rajan?
No, I think I'm good.
basically, so it was like from 17th to 7th Jan, around 20 days were there. So in that 5 days were the summer holidays. So you can consider around 15 days. So according to that, you can make the judgment. It's like more of a MVP solution, not like, I mean, it's an end-to-end solution, but not like a project kind of solution which we can like sell it on App Exchange.
Got it.
Yes, yes. So keeping the time check, we can go ahead with the first presentation. So Evergreen NGO, are you ready for presenting?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so before they start, I want to mention that it will be 15 minutes of presentation and 5 minutes of demo. But like the hard stop is 30 minutes. We will be keeping the timer at 30 minutes. We will be pausing you. So it goes for all of them. And in the end, keep your questions ready. You have a great chance to have any questions or interactions with the leaders, with the panelists. So we can start this way. So please go ahead. And Ushank and Rajan, you can give the scores to us, or like writing whatever numbers you have and some feedback later in the
Mhm.
email. You can collect it from your data. Okay.
Okay.
So please go ahead, Evergreen NGO.
Last
Yes.
question from my side. Sorry, before we get started, the question, like the scores, are we giving on this call, or is it a email, like a, yeah, like
Yeah, in
the
the email you
reality
can
show we give, like the score like that? Okay,
That is a very interesting idea, though. No, no, you
okay,
can think through it. You can send it later. You can just have a rough note here.
got it.
You don't have to
Thank you.
share, right?
Got it. Makes sense.
Okay. Evergreen NGO, please go ahead.
Yeah. Thank you. So is my screen visible now?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yes.
So good morning, everyone. So my name is Abhishek Gaikwad. So my group is Gujarat Titans, and the project that currently we had developed is Evergreen NGO, where we are solving a problem of the food hunger, right? So as we know that there are a lot of people who are staying on the streets, and majority of them go like foodless, like they go to sleep very hungry, not even it's like not proper food they get, like to even to satisfy their hunger. So not only in outside, or let's say even in India, there are a lot of people who are facing there. This is the global challenge that everyone is facing currently. So based on that, what we had kept in our mind, considering the Salesforce and all the things, is that we had developed, like we can get a donation, food donation from various places. Like we are having events, home parties are there, then any kind of parties, or let's say restaurant or something like that. So over there at the day end, the food, lot of food gets wasted. As we know, if even if we host any kind of party, right? So if we plan for 100 people food that we plan for, but sometimes it happens that only 50 people attend that party, and the rest of the food gets back with the caterers. And what do caterers do is that they just simply, they can't give it to anyone, or they can't serve that in the next event, right? So that simply goes waste into the landfills, and eventually it gets consumed in the landfill. So yeah, instead of wasting that food going in that the landfills, so why can't we donate that to the NGO, where the NGO simply donates that food to the needful, or let's say to the street food people who goes hungry every day, right? So considering this scenario, our motto is to just instead of like going the food to the landfills, we just donating to the needfuls. So this is the basic idea that we had considered while developing this evergreen NGO. So over here, the major problem that we are currently catering is that, that a lot of food goes in the millions of food goes waste every year globally, not only in India, but even if we consider India, or let's say a small part of India, let's say considering only Mumbai. So there are a lot of restaurants, there are lot of parties that are going on. So at the day end, a lot of food gets wasted. So why we simply by donating that food, that will go to the hungry people, right? And definitely it will help them to survive as well. So what impact that this can cause for the homeless? So the first thing is that as the homeless people are insecure currently, like they will be have insecurity about the food as well, their daily livelihood, about the health as well. Enormous insecurities they are having. So donating the food to that homeless community, we can solve their food insecurity as well. And definitely it can help for their good health as well. Like suppose if they eat, instead of eating what we say is that the food in the garbage they eat, so instead of eating that, if they eat something good, right, which we donate on the regular basis, then that will have a positive impact on their health as well.
I
So
think another
then,
thing that you can add here is it can also probably improve some crime rate, because there are a lot of
right.
pockets in the city. Like I think that's a very important thing, that it can also secure some communities. If people are
Mhm.
fed, they don't need to make do some bad things or activity in order to feed themselves and their family if they have, right. So that is probably one of the other important consideration.
Right. So majority of that, because to satisfy their hunger, sometimes they go towards the drugs as well, right? Because of that, also a lot of people go as a druggist as well.
Yeah,
Eventually,
it's like a
that
drug
is
community security, right? Because like if these people do not have a money to take food, how they will fund their
mm,
drug thing? So what ended up happening is they go in a bad activities, which is not safe for the community, or they get
community
frustrated,
as well.
and all. Okay.
Yeah, eventually they can kill anyone for food and for money as well, in
Exactly.
to
Yep.
satisfy
Yep.
their hunger and serve the food to their family as well.
Mhm.
So this one is that food recovery program, where we are just going we are having a donation form where the restaurant can fill up the details over there and add the details of the food, like not only food, but anyone from the community, like the person can donate this particularly other things as well, like clothes he can donate, or lot of things that we see outside is that they simply keep the things outside of their home. So any person who is in need of that thing, he can simply pick up from there. Means I had seen somewhere around, like it is in US or somewhere else, but over there they do this thing that whichever things that are not of their use, so they simply keep that things outside, so that anyone who is in need of that things, he will pick up that and he can use for his own good. Sorry. So for this reason, we are having a food recovery program where particularly on the donation form, he simply can add the details of that and address of that, the pickup location. So based on the pickup location, so it will directly get assigned to the group who are staying in that, the volunteers staying in that. We are built one queue. We had currently just built one queue over here, which is of the Pune location. So over there, as soon as it gets assigned, means the food comes, the addresses of the Pune city, it will get assigned particularly to that Pune queue, so that the volunteers in that, so that they can be notified and simply they can pick up the donation that they are having. And for that also, we are taking the input from the donor. If they need a car for that, sometimes it happens that the donation, like the food amount or let's say any kind of donation, we are not aware of the size of that, just like we do on the courier thing, right? If the 5 kg courier, 2 kg,
Okay, one
if we are
question here.
having.
Yeah, so if
Yes.
I'm understanding it correctly, so we have few personas here. First persona or the party is the donor, right? Or a restaurant. Either they are donating a food or, any alternate, clothes or whatever. Okay. So
Mhm.
what I'm understanding is they're gonna fill a form. Okay. Then
Yes,
the form is
donation.
gonna go, yeah, donation form. Then the form is gonna go through some vetting or assignment process, which will be
Mhm.
assigned to a, applicable volunteer. So the second
Mhm.
persona here is a volunteer, which is technically picking up the food. And the
Mhm.
third is probably going to be a home shelter or something where he's going to be dropping the food and then the food will be distributed. Is that the right journey?
Yeah, this one is the right journey, but currently what we are doing is that particularly there is only one persona that we had created over here. It's just that we in the queue we had added the same persona based on the limited number of users that we are having. So what we did is that once the donors are the public, we had not created as a users over here in the Salesforce. So those are the public. So as soon as they add up the details, it gets saved in the backend, and based on the address that they are having, the city address that they are having. So we are having a volunteer, which is the self only one user we had added for that currently. So as soon as he gets added, he will be notified. So we had
Okay.
designed a queue for that, like let's say city-wise queue, the Pune queue,
Mhm.
and we had just based on the assignment rule, we had designed just based on the one city that we are having, just to keep it at the limited. So we can going ahead, we can scale up deeper, but for now we had just kept it as a limited.
Okay.
Yeah. So based on this, we can partnership, means like going ahead, we are having a plan where we can do a partnership with the food banks as well, right? Because there are a lot of food banks that are there currently who are running as for a social cause. So we can partner with them, and shelters as well. So there is an concept where there is an abundant homes that are run as a shelter for by the NGOs, right, for the homeless people who are staying on the streets. So we can provide, we can contact with them, we can partner with them, right? So we simply, whichever food that is coming inwards at our NGO, we can donate simply to that shelters, or let's say if there is a surplus amount of food, so we can donate to that food banks as well. So going ahead, the food banks can donate to irrespective in their areas or somewhere else for the homeless people or those who are in need, who are staying in the campus and all that stuff. And over here the same, the distribution will be handled particularly by NGO itself. So we had not kept anything as such in currently in the Salesforce that about the distribution and logistic, if how he is reaching till the destination, and the inputs that we need, like the proof of the donation and all that. Simply we had kept as a donation, and particularly due to the limited amount of time due to the ongoing projects I was having. So for that reason, I had not extended, but we can extend these options as well, where we will be getting proof from the logistics, or let's say the volunteers as well, that they had donated at the required place only, and nothing other than that.
I think another
So,
thing that you could do is like you can have some type of an incentive for the donor, right?
mhm,
Because right now in your solution, you are making them fill a form, okay?
mhm,
Which of course, like what I have seen in my life is, getting the input from the users is a difficult problem. Okay. So
mhm,
at this point of a time, if you're not incentivizing on something, right, and it could be a very big, kind of a lobbying that somebody might need to do to kind of put something like if somebody is, donating this much percentage, they get something back, from our donation pool, right? Because like you will
mhm,
be needing a lot of funding to first worry about the campaigning to get the volunteer. Every
mhm.
volunteer need to be probably vetted correctly that they are like from the correct thing. But if somebody you hire which have a very bad background and put a
Repetition.
poison, right, put a poison in the food.
Mhm,
I'll also tell you one problem with this leftover food, at least in United States, which I'm aware of.
mhm,
This is a question that I asked in my previous firm, right? So we
mhm,
used to get like free nuts, and every company has the free food code. And what used
mhm,
to happen is, so let's say I'm, using this, think of it as a tab which gives me like a net and all this, snacks and all. There is
mhm,
always a something which drops out in a tray. And at one day I saw that it's like probably a 250 grams or like 10 ounce of nuts are being thrown out. I asked them,
mhm.
we have a lot of beggars outside the New York Stock Exchange, why don't we give them? Again, similar thought that you have, right, that there's a lot of
Yes,
leftover food. So what I learned is that there are a lot of lawsuit happen. Let's say I gave somebody food, it's a peanut, and they have a peanut allergy.
allergy.
So what happened is, in a good cause, I want to donate the food, but it
Mhm,
ended up harming my company because now this person has filed a lawsuit that I gave them the food and which caused him some health issues. Okay,
mhm,
so there could be some countries where you are not able to do that, but you have to collect money, real money, to make a new food and then serve it. So there are some things that we need to also think about on that front, right? Like
mhm,
which country we cannot serve for whatever reason, right? Or which region has a specific rules. But I think incentivizing the I would say donor would also help here too, for you guys to collect some data. I'm not saying it's some money, but it could be a batch that they get after doing something. So okay,
mhm.
but I think sorry to interrupt. Go ahead.
No, for that, we what we can do is that we can do an promotional activities, just like we are having some brands do promotional activities, right? Let's say 10% discount, 20% discount, or for the repetitive customers, right? So we can collaborate with them as well, like who wants to do an advertising, right? What they do is that give 1 + 1 free, just like we what
Yeah,
happens in
understood.
India.
Got it. Got it. Yeah, I
So
think.
we can give an coupons for them,
Yeah, I
so
think we need to.
eventually the brand will
Got
also be help getting an
Got it. I think
particular
let's
we
go
can
with
do.
what you have. Sorry, I think I think I'm taking a lot of time giving this feedback. Let's because you have limited time.
Mhm.
Apologies. Let's move forward. Thank you. Though I think you're going in the right direction. Yeah.
Yeah, no, thank you for that. And also, I got a feedback from my friend who is also in the US. So she is working currently in the Dunkin' Donuts over there. So what she had a similar question for this. So what the company told, like what the managers told them, that if someone gets an health hazard for this, they can file a complaint against them, and that will definitely cause a bad reputation for such kind of brand as well. So
Yeah, it's not
eventually,
actually a bad reputation. It's more of a like a financial loss, of
law,
course. Yeah, yeah,
yes,
yeah.
because laws over there are very strict. At least in India we can skip that. At least we can skip from the process, but in the US, and they are having very strict laws over there, even if they are homeless. But particularly NGOs or someone else can file complaint for means like with respect to that particularly homeless people, the NGOs can also file a complaint.
Exactly.
Yeah, so thank you for that point. Yeah, so this was the particular motto for us, that we had designed a page for it, like digital experience, what community page that we call it. Any questions over here?
Abhishek, questions can come at the end, or it can come now?
Both ways, like if
Yeah, anyways,
okay.
it is good. Rajan, if you have any questions now, you
Yeah,
can
but
ask.
I just wanted to understand. I think Ushank said it somewhere.
Mhm.
You know, my whole thought why you selected Salesforce for solutioning and all. Two personas, what I see here. One
Mhm.
is the donor persona. Second
Mhm.
is where the distribution has to happen. It has to be a B2B solution. It can't be a B2C solution because you're not delivering to the end needy people and all, right? Why a
Currently not.
CRM was taken? Why you didn't take any logistic management SaaS tool for solutioning this? Why you took a CRM and its service delivery platform to use this business case solution and all? Is there some thought why it would be nice? What kind of a profiling of a donor and a profiling of a recipient is
Mhm.
important in this? Why CRM as a service solution was taken?
Yeah,
Is my question clear?
particularly, yes, yes, yes. Particularly means I am working as a QA, means I am having a total experience of a QA. So based on that, I had previously worked on social, for the clients who are in the social, like NGOs or something like that, like non-profit cloud that we call it up. So for that, for those, they had totally designed in digital experience only for the community only. So where they used to get and inputs from different businesses where they do and donations, just like what we are having over here. We donate to trust to get an ATC
So
in India.
I think Abhishek, Rajan question is why you chose Salesforce over any other platform. And what I would say on that is because Salesforce has already built something on the social impact or basically
Social impact.
non-profit organization. And another
Mm-hmm.
thing is it gives free 10 licenses and it is easy to
Right,
customize and build on top of it, right? So the time to
right, right.
market, and the future, maybe, the future maintenance could be, little bit cost effective as compared to like building their own thing and all. So just
Right.
like we are helping you how you can address the questions in the next stages, like look at
Mm-hmm.
the platform, capabilities and
Mm-hmm.
benefits that it deliver, right? Some people,
Right.
like when you go to like leadership, like again for this, again we are building an app or whatever, but like a lot of people will ask, okay, why should I go with Salesforce? Because trust me, very
Mm-hmm.
very awesome engineer or leaders have asked me this question very recently. Can Salesforce be installed on a desktop? Right,
Mm-hmm.
despite it's a SaaS, product which is hosted on a public site, and it happened in like a very very biggest like good institutions. I don't want to name them, but I was surprised that people are asking this question. Rajan, like you wanted to know exactly the same thing, right? And you
Yep.
were looking for the
Yeah.
answer. Okay.
Because in this
Yeah.
solutioning, logistic and supply chain will be the most important thing, rather than the
Right.
profiling of the donor and the profiling of the recipient board and all, whether it's
Mm-hmm.
right. So, is the CRM part important, or the supply chain logistic will be important in the solution and all? That should be considered while selecting a platform, not necessarily because we are getting free subscriptions of 10 for all
Mm-hmm.
those stuff and all. So I was thinking from a why chose this platform for solving this particular problem. That's a very important criteria when you
Right.
think of a solution. Yeah.
Right. Eventually, starting, we had not thought about the logistic that we are having. It just that we thought the thought process of my was just take a donations from the people like who eventually who wants to donate, and after that it will come to an NGO, and just our volunteers will be donating it. That was a basic simple way that I had kept over here. For the logistic part, we can integrate or let's say we can build up solutions over here as well. As we see that there is a lot of customizations that we can do, and also there are a lot of other particularly app exchange apps as well. Just like currently I had one of the app exchange product I had used in this is the advanced community. So similar as that, we can keep a track of logistics as well.
Good. Thanks, Abhishek, for the candor.
Yeah, means like as a like thought process was not that much to as earlier was a time limit for me as well. Eventually, based on the ongoing current projects that I have assigned, I'm not giving that as an excuse, but as a QA, my thought process and my previous experience working on various projects of an NGOs. So based on that, my thought process was this, and not much. Extended till the logistics, yes, but we can do a lot of customization in this, as we know that Salesforce provides a lot of customization, and we are having a lot of app exchange products as well for that. And integration is the best part that we can do in the Salesforce, so we can leverage that as well going ahead.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you for your question. So particularly what we had designed is this page. This is the landing page that we are having currently. So over here we are having a details of what we are trying to do over here is that, and the calendar. So basic this we had means I had done an app exchange product, integrated an app exchange product where we are having advanced community, which is totally based on the events itself. Like we are having a lot of events that is going on. So for that purpose, I had added this advanced community events app exchange over here. This is the calendar. As soon as we add up any event over here in the Salesforce, the event based on this events, it gets marked up in the calendar. Currently, I had not added any. I will show how that has been added over here. So as soon as we add up over here, the link gets clickable over here on the dates itself. We can see the events over there, what events are happening. If it is a chargeable event, just like we are having events where we can take a fee as well. So we have a management of that as well if we want to add a fee for that. But that is the integration part as well for that, where we are having a portal like let's say integration, the payment integration over there for that. Currently I had not added that. It's just that we are taking a registration from for the events and all that stuff. So over here this is the basic that why we should be connecting as a volunteer. So for this I had used an particularly CMS, and for the 10 trending articles I had used a knowledge article, where particularly we like any questions that we are having. So we can just see that questions over here, used products in any conditions can be donated. So basically this solves a lot of questions for the donor as well, like what kind of products that we can donate, if like what are the like what's that terms and conditions for that. So we can add a lot of questions over here as well. So over here this is the volunteer form. Like suppose anyone who wants to register as a volunteer, so from here he can register as a volunteer as well. Then comes the donate part over here, which is for the public. So simply clicking on this, he will be traversing to the donation forms. So for this, we had used an LWC form. So there is another colleague who is there in the project. She had worked on the LWC. We had designed two forms for LWC, which is the donation form and the volunteer form. For this only, we had used an LWC. So over here, we can add.
Can this form be customized like in any way? Like let's say if I select a product, I need probably some additional information. Because you
Like
will
what?
be
Yeah.
surprised. I have seen in India specifically, like we are talking about India market, right? Where like taking the donation and all is good. Like
Mm-hmm.
I feel like there might be some bad people who might, send some very bad, things as a donation, right? So because
Mm-hmm.
they want to get rid of their, trash in the house,
Right.
and all. But I think it's fine. That is we can take. So I think
Yeah, going ahead,
so.
what
Yeah.
we can do over here is that implement in this. We can take a photos from just like we are having OLX and all that over here, right? So over there, how the people add up the photos. So based on that, there is the purchaser if he thinks that if he wants to purchase or not based on the condition, right? So over here, the same way, what we can do over here is that we will add simply photos over here, which we will be keeping as a mandatory photos, right? Suppose you want to donate anything, so you can simply add the photos of it if it is good, not for the food, because for the food it kind of challenging that how we can't predict the condition based of the food. But yes, for the other, just say like clothes that you said, that the TV or let's say sofa set, so he can add up photos of that. And we will verify the photos are, and just like we are having approval process and all that, or verifying any supervisor we can add up over here, so he can verify simply if it is good to go, and after that he will permit that means like he will approve that it is good that we can pick up for that, or else we can simply have a call with them that this is not acceptable at our end, right? So we can't accept the trash things over here, as you said. Likewise.
Mhm.
So over here we are currently kept as a food type which is perishable or non-perishable. Sometimes based on that also, right? Suppose it is perishable, that it needs to be consumed immediately at the same day. So we simply over here perishable. So based on that also we can particularly think that how the logistic, as sir said, that the logistic is also important. So based on that also our logistic will be implied over there. If it needs to be moved immediately from there itself instead of getting to the NGO. So based on that, we can given what we uh, say the predict that it should be moved, or if it is non-perishable, just like we are having few food like which can be consumed next day, or like in 2 to 3 days it can be consumed, right? So we can think in that way as well, if it is perishable and non-perishable. Then the phone number we had added, and for this the motto for the pickup vehicle that we were having is that uh, suppose that there is a lot of food over there, right? And we sometimes it can't be added in car, or let's say for that he can select that based on the food items or the donation that he's making, he can select truck pickup vehicle as well, if it should be pickup semi trailer or car itself. And over here, what kind of food, what kind of type of donations that he is doing currently, clothes, books, or anything other that he is doing. So we can select this on the multi-select pick list. And currently we had kept it as city as a Pune itself. Like we can extend it, but for now, for the use case that we are having for a demo purpose, we had kept as a Pune as a city. So we are not limiting it, but for demo purpose only. So as soon as you say over here, the
Abhishek,
record.
can I ask a question here?
Yes, please.
What type of a problem we are solving? Like, you want to keep donors as permanent, like consistently. What we see that the following uh, restaurants and the following donor points, we want to keep them as consistent uh, users of this platform. They have a daily or a weekly surplus which they would like to donate. So
Mm-hmm.
one is called the profiling uh, of the donors,
Mm-hmm.
and then a selected item list which they generally try to give over a period of time? You're trying to build that kind of a product, or you are trying to every day a donor, whoever thinks this thing is surplus, they would like to donate and they would like to get into this platform and fill their form. And so what type of a solution you're trying to see?
No,
Is it
we can get
that's
any.
where my earlier question came up. Why
Right.
a CRM is being picked? You are trying to think through solving some permanent donors, set up their account, set up their profile, and then all those questions of Ushang comes valid, verify them to be like these are the donors who gave us these kind of items which go to my distribution points or the recipients and all. This is the kind of solution we are building, or we are trying to really solve every day a different donor comes up. Uh, they have to be filling this form. Sorry, I'm missing the whole logic of uh, evolution of a solution. Maybe I'm jumping on the gun. So would you like
No.
to share? Is it that you want to create a profile of the donors and then come up with a pick list type of a solution for the items they want to give and keep them as permanent donors and all in a city like Pune? Like these are the restaurants, they always have a surplus. Every day we would like to pick up. So what is the kind of a overall solutioning happening?
No, we can't keep it as a permanent donors for them because we are not trying to profile them permanently over
Got
here.
it. Got it.
Yeah, we are just what we are doing. As we know that this we can use this as a public site, right? So we can use this as a public site. So anyone who wants to donate, right, he simply can go to this page and he can donate. So
One
for that
question.
reason, we can get a lot of donors as well. We are not just limiting with specific, just like we suppose we are, I'm an producer of something and I am having a limited client, like I'm producing an burger and I'm just giving my client is just Burger King or so that and if that was the case, it will be limited to only 10 to 15 clients, I am catering daily. But over here, that anyone who wants to donate, let it be in the Pune, let it be in the Mumbai, or let's say anyone, there can be hundreds and thousands of donors daily in Pune itself, right? So they can simply hop on this page and they can add up the details and simply they can donate. So
Understood.
that's
But
it.
I could have done the same thing in a Google form. Why do I need a
That's
Salesforce for
what
that?
Ushanga, I started with that question. Why
Yeah.
Salesforce as a platform was seen? It's very, very important for people before jumping on a SaaS platform. And Salesforce is, even if it is for NPOs, your 10 license and all, still it's a difficult investment. The value realization, you must have heard in many of the Salesforce forums and all, they talk
Right.
value realization from a applied CRM SaaS is most important to be thought through when you're solutioning anything. Yeah. So I totally understand this is a very, very valuable solution, but I'm only slightly worried about picking a technology for that. Unfortunately, in the template of marking, that's not a criteria. Maybe so you don't get any negative on that, but it's wonderful against the criteria and all. What 5 criteria has
Also,
been laid out? Yeah.
I think yeah, if I would pitch this thing again, I would change my pitching and I would say I'm gonna be tagging each and every donor, so especially the corporate donor, right? Because the people might donate once and they forget, right? But you talked about Burger King, Dunkin' Donut, McDonald's, Pizza Hut, like some big restaurants, some big catering firms. You would like to tag them so that you can remind them that you are still doing something good for the community. Send them some greetings, a message on a holiday, something of
Absolutely.
very cheap
Ushang, you
thing.
have
So
read my mind.
yeah, so you like one thing, like in the event, like so your thought is good, but just like where you kind of went off trail is, oh, I don't want to tag these, donors. That is absolutely not doable, because if you remember previously, I was asking why somebody will do the hassle of, doing this, because in my India community, from Delhi, there is like a cart comes every day. They collect food. They collect what they say is, give me the dry food. That dry food. They don't want like this masala food. They can take, normal chapati. I'm all Indian, so I can talk about that. They can take like a raw, vegetables. Like when you cut, let's say spinach, you have bunch of, things remaining, right? They can
Right.
take, some dry food, which should not be wet, which should not be curry, and they feed it to, cows. Of course, they don't have this, but again, to Rajan's point, you have to also think about logistic, right? And not lot of non-profit do not have funding. Now, another thing that we need to think of is, okay, if you are giving me 2 kg of a food, let's say you have 7 slices of pizza remaining, you might have to now have a volunteer spend, 200 rupees on a petrol to go to this place. Is it really worth it, right? So it is very
Right.
important for you to tag the the donors, especially the corporate or a big donor, because your idea or this NGO will be successful only with two things. You will be needing a real money donation to manage your operations, also, the logistic around it. So again, to that point, any product. So I think we should say this, and if I would be at your place, I would have answered, Rajan, this is not a CRM. I'm using salesforceforce.com capabilities to manage the whole end-to-end workflow, which will also bring logistic, some easy things and all, right? So but we have to probably rethink about the solutioning and what we are tagging. Just having a form for the public where they are filling in and just giving a case to somebody can be done in a very different way. And you
You're
can
right.
actually do this through a email, right? And a very simple logic or a macro on your Excel sheet. So a Google form or a Microsoft feeds the data to an Excel or an Access database, and you just send a notification to this. The person job is like dropping the food to, or a volunteer job is to drop a food. But what we again missed is vetting of the, thing. Probably I'm understanding that it's not possible to build it, but what we could have done better in a demonstration is saying, oh, Salesforce is going to do vetting through these few, integration tools and all, which is fine. But good job. I think you
Yeah,
definitely need
I
to
would like
tag
to
the
pitch in.
donors. Thank you.
Oshan and Rajan, yeah, like so basically, most of the people over here like are actually students and developers,
Get it.
and
Get it.
like as we have like Salesforce specific hackathon, and like we are basically from the Salesforce background, so like we try to build something for the community, right? So like using the limited set of knowledge and experience which we have around that, right? So a lot of
I get it.
almost all of the people are from Salesforce background, so I agree with Rajan that building this on a logistic platform would be better, because like logistic is also a problem which we need to solve for during the donations and all. Yeah, but as we are like around the Salesforce technology around it, and like we mostly around it, so we thought of using that platform.
Right. Right. Thanks
Yeah.
This
for
is
that reminder. Thank you.
Yeah, and also we can, as I said, for the notification and all that things, we can implement marketing cloud as well, and we can add up marketing cloud as well in it for any kind of promotions that we are having, right? So we can pitch up to the clients as well, reminders as well to them, send notifications on their birthdays. So we can do using marketing cloud as well. So that
no,
way we
exactly. No. Now you are
leverage the
hitting the
platform,
now you are
right?
hitting the right point.
Actually,
If you Mhm.
sorry. It was so amazing conversation, but actually, because we have got your 2 hours, so we will get overtime because there are other people also, and we have spent like 40-50 minutes in this presentation. So we can move on to the next one.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So going ahead, what we are doing is that we are having an events as well, like where we had use an advanced events. So how those are created is that we are having background events over here, just like separate applications for that.
Abhishek,
Yeah.
sorry to pitch you in. Like when Smriti said, we want to move on, like we want to move on to the next idea, because like we have
Okay, okay.
Rajan and Ushank's like very limited time of availability. So I think they understood your idea around
Uh-huh.
it. And maybe like at the end of the call, if we have some times left, we can like then you can quickly show that demo. But for now, we would really like to move on to the next idea, which is sending multiple mails to the recruiter. I think Shobham is
Once
on
again,
this
Sudhanshu,
call. Okay.
like, just a moment.
Mhm.
Ushank and Rajan, like, can you later give like 2 hours, 10 minutes, like if 10 to 15 minutes, if it is overboard, is that okay? So
No
we can come
worries, no
back to
worries.
this.
We should allow that flexibility unless the people who are to join the next round of people, if they are already here and they are okay with a slight delay, I'm okay.
There's
Yeah,
no
I'm
even
next
I'm
round.
fine.
I just want to make sure that there are two things. Your time is not wasted. At the same time, they can present whatever they make. So that is the
yes.
reason we are saying time check. If you
Let's
have the
allow a
time, we don't
flexibility
have
of time.
anything else. We are okay to see.
Yeah.
So you take 5 more minutes and complete what you are showing, because I think you have some more feature, and I don't want
Yeah.
you to miss time out.
Okay, no worries. So for this, what I had done is that for the events that we are having, just like as you said that we should getting and donations as well. So for this over here, this is the advanced community that we are having, which is an app exchange project, where we can add up the upcoming events that we are having, right? We can add up on this our particularly community site, and we can get a registration for that. So currently that as we see that a lot of social events that are going on, just like we are having a blood donations, then there are any cycling events as well, where we can get a fee from the participants as well, and the same fee we can donate to an NGO as well, or we can leverage as an NGO, we can leverage that amount for any kind of donations for homeless or any in the need as well, right? So for this, this is an advanced communities. So currently we can add up a details over here, like how much amounts that we want to add, like when is the event that has been started, end of this venue, and kind of attendees that we want. Suppose there we want only 100 attendees, 30 attendees, so we can add up over here. So this is the publicly available currently. So over here, I had not added for this. We do need an integration of a payment as well. For that, I had not added any integration for now, but we can see this particularly over here. Just
Are we
sorry.
so the event, are you using a standard object like the event and activity, or is it a custom object at the backend?
That is totally custom. This has been I had installed a package as an app exchange product. So that is what we are currently working on.
Got it.
Yeah. So this is a totally app exchange product that we had added. So this one is a paddle for cost. Over here, we can publicly show this, that what kind of events that are going on. So over here, as soon as he clicked on this, so he will get all the details of that, particularly when it has been happening till what time, like registration is going on, where it has been happening, and all the details over here, right? All the details of that events is that. And over here, if he is going or not going for that event, like we are taking a registration for him from him, like if simply just we RSVP, right? So same as RSVP what we are having, we do click an yes or no for that. So simply over here we can select that, and the details all be going to that particularly whoever his registration. So that particularly all the details will be going to him. So that is what we are trying. We had leveraged this for an event to raise the money as well, but currently we had not implemented that part over here.
Makes sense.
Okay, so this is just to create an awareness that we can get a number of enrollments for this, and a lot of people come towards NGO and get actively as a volunteer over here, make a donations as well, just like we do and donations everywhere that we wants to. So we can get a donation as well, and we can raise funds by doing such kind of events as well.
Got it.
Yeah. Any questions for me?
No,
So,
very good cause. The cause part, I think, as per the template, you guys have done an excellent uh, selection of
Thank you.
cause and solution and all. Very good.
Mhm. Yeah, we can leverage more, but irrespective means like I had not come across the marketing cloud. Definitely, I want to implement all of that stuff, but due to a number of license as well, and I had not means like I am not on towards the marketing cloud. But definitely, we can take a help of marketing cloud person as well, and we can implement so that we can send in notifications as well, and we can stick to specific donors as well, just like we are having corporate donors as well, right? So
Yeah,
we can stick to
also
limited
one
number of.
yeah, one thing I will also tell you, right? In a normal day, this is what we face every day when we work with non-profits. We work with many non-profit in the states. They have very limited budget, right? So also consider those. Like again, so means none of the solution ever you build in the future should be dependent on multiple different vendor products, right? Or dependent on some costly expensive product. So you need to figure
Right.
out, okay, how I can. Do you really need a marketing cloud to send notification? The answer is no. You need marketing cloud to engage with the people, right? Okay, if they
Engage.
click on this button, then what should happen? If they pay, what should happen? If you just need to send them a very normal automated email saying, hey, thank you for the donation, hey, this is an event we have. But if you're now like this event, right? Okay, how many people are looking at an email? How many people try to register, where they left or whatever the case is, then you of course need a marketing cloud. Just for the notification, you can just do this with a normal Salesforce.
Yeah, we can do by implementing MailChimp as well, which is particularly
Exactly. Now you're coming to
less
the
in
cheaper
budget.
solution, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
yeah,
we
okay.
can leverage that different platform. Depend on NGOs as well, because some NGOs who are corporate NGOs who are having a big budget as well. Means as I had
Exactly.
seen
So you need to keep
few.
what I'm trying to say is you need to keep your solution options flexible so that based on the customer, you can, basically tackle and give them the right solution. But thank you so much again. Good cause, good presentation. Again, our job is to just give some feedback on what can go wrong here.
No,
But it
definitely.
doesn't mean that your solution is not right. But whatever probably, if you try to, take this solution further, make sure that you keep some of the points, and let's move to the
Great.
next presentation. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you for your time. Thank you.
Problem, our pleasure.
thank you so much. Let's move on to the next presentation. Sudhanshu, which one is the next one?
HR sending multiple mails to the recruiter. Like this is around the recession session, so I think this will also come up under the social cause. Yeah. Shivam, you want to?
Hi everyone. Yeah, yeah. Uh, Let me share my script.
Shubham, there is a background noise
Please let me
somewhere.
know if you are able to see my script. Sorry to say that, sir. Actually, I am traveling, so there little bit background noise is there.
Shubham, you are not
I
audible.
will
I
finish
think
quickly, sir.
Shubham, hold on. Will you be able to reach home within next or place where you like there's a lot of auto noise from the background? We can move to the next candidate and then come back to this if we have the participant from the next round. Is it okay, Shubham? Do you think you'll be at a place where you can talk, without any background noise?
Sorry to say that, sir, but uh, I don't think so.
Okay.
Shubham, let's move on to the next one. You can
Okay,
present only if you are on a background where there is no noise. Otherwise, we
okay,
cannot
okay, sure.
take you in
Yeah.
this one. Sudhanshu, which is the next one?
The next one is yeah,
Lost and found.
yeah,
Okay.
lost and found.
Shubham, please put yourself on mute.
Hi. Good morning to everyone. I'm sharing my screen now.
Yes, ma'am.
Uh,
Please go ahead.
Yes. Yeah, it's my screen visible.
Mm,
Hello.
Yeah,
Yes,
it
it
is
is.
visible. Mayank, you can continue.
Okay. Yeah. So, hello everyone. Uh, my name is Mayank Khadodkar. I'm a lead software engineer at Persistent Systems Limited, and I have total 3.1 year of experience.
Hey, good morning, everyone. I am Prajwal Khujure. I am a software developer at SC Idea Solution, and I have a total experience of 1.5 years.
Good evening, Mayank and Prajan.
Good evening. So let's move toward the agenda of a presentation.
Okay, so our whole presentation agenda is going to be like first of all, we are going to discuss about what is the lost and found, then what motivates us to create the project, then we are going to deep dive into the technical architect and the what logics we have used, then we are going to show the demo of how our system is going to work. Then there are slides which are four, so there are four more future implementation remaining. So we are also planning to do that. Then how this is going to impact the society, then we are going to discuss that. Moving toward the next slide.
So, what is lost and found? As name is indicating, this is a system where a uh, user can report their lost item, and we are providing a facility to recovery of that item to the rightful owners. And this system is useful in areas like school, colleges, airport, and any any large organization.
So okay, now what motivates us to design the solution? So first point is observation of common issues. Like in your day-to-day lives, we are so busy, and while managing all the stuff, it can happen that we can lost something or due to some of the more important works, we are forget to take our stuff from the places. So that what we happen. So the place. Okay, now moving to the community well-being point. Now, what will happen if I lost my thing and I am not able to found that thing? So, by using our system, we are going to connect with other system. Now, other peoples. So, it will connect the people with each other. So, it is the one of the advantage. Now, passion of technology and social impact. So, it is creating a social impact by connecting the peoples. And if let's say I have lost something, so there is a chance that I have the anxiety, it is going to use by some other people for their bad works. So it will also treat that anxiety that okay, I found my lost thing, and this is not going to use by someone else. Now the next point is inspiration from the social impact thing. So okay, moving to the next point.
So we'll deep dive into the design architect of our system. So we have two personas, we can say, two users, lost and found user. If a lost person can visit to our community website, we have a form created. There are two buttons, lost and found. So person has to enter their details. We'll first check that details on our database. If the details are present, we'll display all the matching records. We have search logic created. So based on that, we'll just display the list of records which we found, and if person has to choose uh, what he has lost and if it is present on our database or not. So he will show a list, and if found his item in a list, he will just answer the authentication question, which will be taken at the time of saving of record. So if answer is correct, then we'll email to both the persons, like who found the item and person who lost the item. that contact details of both the person will share, and they can communicate with each other for that. And if we don't found item in our database, we'll just take authentication question from that user, and we'll just save it for a future reference. And same is goes for found as well. Same flow is for found. Now we'll move toward the search logic which we have implemented.
Can you
We have
just go
used
back to the flow chart? Just I'm taking
yeah,
some notes.
yes.
This is good. Go ahead, please.
Okay. So the search logic which we have implemented is we have given two pick lists like category and subcategory. If you found if if you have for example, I have lost my Aadhaar card. So we have category called document, and in subcategory we have Aadhaar card. And if you select Aadhaar card, you will get a new field where you have to enter the identification number for this. And if you lost something which is not in our category and subcategory, we have other field as well in both the other pick list as well in the both in other section as well in the both the pick list. And for that other, we have a search logic implemented. Like we will search it by, we have a description field for that, and we'll just search that description field on our database with a character matching logic, and we'll just show top 10 matching records. We'll gonna see it on a demo as well with more clearly how it's gonna work. So we'll move to next slide. Okay, let's start with the demo. This is our community portal we have created, and we have just entered our LWC component here.
Okay, let's say I have lost something, and what the person need to do, they just need to come to our community site or the website and fill out their information. Let's say I have lost my Aadhaar card or the PAN card. What I will do, I will select the category as a document and the subcategory as a Aadhaar card. Let's say I have lost my PAN card, so I will enter the PAN card number. If I lost the Aadhaar card, I will enter the Aadhaar card number. It will be the driving license. I will enter the driving license number. So we are going to select this as a Aadhaar card, or let's say we are selecting as a PAN card. Now I will enter my details. Let's say PAN card number. And after entering the detail, I will enter email address over here and the contact number. And I will agree the terms and condition that my data is going to be shared to the particular person for the further communication. What this after entering my details, I have entered the lost item detail, that I have lost the item. Now what the search button will do, it will search the data inside the found database. If it is found something, so the data table will be displayed, and based on the authentication question, the item can be recorded. Let's say I am searching the item. Okay, so here I don't found any item. As per discussed previously in our architecture, that if the system doesn't found any item, what we will do, we are going to provide some authentication question. Let's say I will provide authentication question at what is date of birth on document. Okay, and let's see this. And I will save the item. Now what item? The data saved successfully. Okay, and our team will contact you. Now the second scenario, let's say the item what I have entered is found by some person, and what he will do, he will come to our website same, he will enter the detail inside the found section. Now let's say he found a document, PAN card, he will enter the number, and he will enter his email address. for time being, I will use the same email address and number I can enter in, and we will agree the terms and condition. Now, same logic will goes over here. I will search the item is present in a lost database. I think I have entered some wrong information. So let's. Okay, so I can show it from here.
So I think in this version, what is going to happen is, since it was a found, it should not have asked you this question because you have already entered this information, no?
Yes, yes. Yeah, it will ask me the security question over here.
No, actually, there is some issue in a community site, I guess,
Yeah,
that he's not get that data. We'll
so
check on that.
sharing and visibility setting, I
Yeah.
think. Let's say from here, I have document, Aadhaar card, and and email address. Let's say for time, email address. Now I am going to search it on the database. See,
Okay, no problem. Happens in demos like with us as well often. So don't worry and stuck here. Let's move on. Like tell us what should happen here.
Yeah.
yes.
We'll
let's
take
say
some existing data.
yes.
So can you explain it to me? Like, do we have a separate table to keep the lost and found, or do you have like a single table? Like, how does the you have given a very good examples of the case like a user flow, how things happen, but like from the database side, what happens on the back end?
So do you create some lookup
Yeah.
tables and all those things and all to help
Yes.
So
connecting? Yeah.
we have separate table for both the datas, lost table and the found table. We will search the lost item in the found section and say vice versa for the found part. And we also have implemented a logic part for it. And we'll just give you the demo of email which we are sending. It is just working few minutes back, but now I don't know what happened now. We'll show the email part. We'll show the demo of email.
No worries.
let's
No
say
worry, beta. It's good.
yeah. So let's say the found person found the database inside the search inside the lost database, and it will found the item. So if we provide the correct information like a security question over there, so what will happen? It gets the mail conversation initiate between the two peoples that who found the item. Based on the details get shared with the person who lost the item, and the person who entered the details about the lost item, his detail with share with the person who entered the found item details. So this is the mail template which is received by the particular person. So here is the email. He can communicate with the particular person to recover his item. So this is the basic flow. Yeah.
So we'll move on to slides. So here are few improvements we have planned in our project. Like we will gonna create one batch class to delete the data after specific time so that it cannot store a bulk of data uh, in our org. And we also thinking of uploading an image and showing that image at the time of that list which we're gonna share to them, so that they can identify easily with the help of image. Also, we are
No,
thinking
I
of
don't think you should
applying.
do that. Sorry. Hiding an
Okay.
image can cause a lot of problem, because now you have, because sometimes people just gonna they trust me, they're like people are trying to steal money from our bank account. I'm sure everybody must have seen
Yeah. Yes.
Jamtara, right? So adding
Yes.
an image, so usually what happens is, like, when I'll give you an example, few days back, I lost my wife, forgot her wallet in the purse in one of the store. And store, we bet,
Okay.
okay, and they knew it's us because they were like not lot of footfall, but they still asked us a question, okay, what brand it is, you say Coach, and what bag, color it is, you say this, so what is the size of
Yeah.
this, and then after that they say, okay, what's inside the bag. And this person said, I'm going to open the bag and, verify your ID. If you put an image, you are like killing that all the authentication screens, right? So
Yeah,
I
yeah,
would
right.
highly suggest not to put an image. Rather, you ask the person to share an image of something if they have, of that. Like, of course, document people may not have it or may not prefer to send it to us, right? Because what if it's like a bag which has like some property paper or something? So maybe, don't do the image thing. It's gonna be a problem in my opinion. But have an image scenario for the person who is, reporting a found item. So this way the authenticator can probably do something on that front.
Yeah, point noted for that. We're just gonna use image part for the things like keys. If someone lost his keys or anything like that, we're not gonna implement it for like documentation and wallet kind of thing. We'll gonna separately handle those things in more improvements in our projects. So yeah, point noted for that.
Yeah, so next more enhancement is that if the record get recovered by someone, so we can mark it as a active or a inactive record, that it is not recovered or it is recovered. So this will be using the batch class we can implement.
So currently the active and inactive part is not there in the system. We have a very less time to implement this, so we have added it in a improvement part of it.
Technical document.
Yes.
Technical document. Okay.
So we have created one technical document as well, where we have attached all the screenshots of uh, what we have created, and we have also mentioned the steps to like
how you can use our lost and found system. So here is the landing page or our website, and when click on the last button, this section will be rendered. Now if I enter the details, so here I have entered the details. Now so here the Aadhaar number I have entered. Now step 4, so here I have entered the security question. Now the data gets saved successfully as it cannot find any item inside the found section. Now the person who find the this lost item will come over here, and it will enter the found item details. So after entering the found item details, now the database, like if it founds the data inside the lost database, so the data table is going to display over here based on the detail entered. Now, if it is click on the is your document button, so what will happen? The security question entered while entering the information about the lost item will pop up over here instead of asking the question like a security question. So here we will take the answer.
This is like what you have just mentioned about the wallet. The person is asking question to you, what is inside that wallet, and this is the same concept we have implemented here.
Again, we are giving some number of attempts. If he is not able to answer in that attempt, so it will again redirect you to the home page, whatever we have created earlier. So let's say if it get the item, now same flow for the found item. Yeah. So this is the flow. Don't know why it is not working. I guess it's a sharing and visibility issue, what I feel.
So if you found an item, then we actually give them the of you say found the item, and then they have to kind of give us the information, right? Like what kind of an information it is, like the but I think for some of the time, so how I think there is also probably a very robust database that need to be created. Let's say if somebody says I have found a phone, right? Usually what people gonna lose is phone, wallet, purse, documents, bag, right? People not gonna like lost their car, right? And it's a different process altogether. Like bottle, like some of the things that we usually carry at home, right? So you're always asking a similar question, but I think I get it. The idea is good. Understood. So what they're gonna ask is then we're gonna ask them some security question. What happens when they get the security question? What's the process after that?
Okay, let's say I have lost my item, and while entering the lost item detail, I have provided the information, some of the information, and let's say the person found the data of my lost item. So what he will do? the questions entered while entering the lost data will going to display on the found data section. So if the person, let's say on my Aadhaar card, I have date of birth 14/11/98, and the person found this item, and there also the Aadhaar card also mentioned in my Aadhaar card, or the date of birth is mentioned in my Aadhaar card. So what the person will do, the security question arise here, and he will submit the answer over here. Let's say on Aadhaar card, the date of
No,
birth is
understood. Okay,
14/11/98.
everything, no,
Yeah,
sorry, everything is matched. What happens after
yeah.
that? So I
Now
lost the
everything is,
item, somebody found the
yes.
item, I verified my, let's say, Aadhaar card. What happens after that?
Okay, after that, the mail conversation will initiated between the two people who entered the lost item detail, and we are capturing the contact information from them. Let's say this is the lost item details, and here enter the person's information, and who found the item. He also going to enter his information, and the email conversation is going to communicate. I mean, start between them.
We're gonna just send the email to both the users that we have found a person who got the lost item of yours, and we also will just send same email to the person who lost the thing, and this is the person who found your thing, so you can directly communicate with that person.
So as you
This
can
is for like a small organization or something, no? So people can contact to each other like that. This is what our idea.
Got it. Also, one small another feedback to all the presentation or presenter here is means whenever you talk about some improvement in the future, talk about the business improvement. You do not need to say bad job or something, because let's say if
Okay.
we have a business user here, he doesn't know what is a bad job. You getting my point?
Yeah.
So like try to keep your, basically, especially you guys have done a very good presentation. Let's just like try to keep it in a way so that any business user or layman can understand the term like without, complicating it. But good job.
Okay.
Yeah, point noted. So here comes the most important slide of our presentation, that how it is going to impact our society.
Okay, so first point is the community collaboration. Like, let's say in an organization, this may so happen that if you are in different projects, you are not get time to communicate with each other. So we are not know each other. So what will happen using our system? So let's say I help someone, so it get connected with some other person, and the collaboration or the communication will start between them. So it will increase my connection throughout my organization. Now the second point is reduce the
So,
stress
so
and
you,
anxiety. Yeah.
sorry, you want me to lose something to make a
No,
connection?
no,
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 no, no, no, no, no.
that's not.
No, I'm
This
just
is, this is
joking.
not the
Okay,
case. So
okay, okay.
yeah, this is the one of the outcome from our project we can get. So let's say if someone helps me, so he's the good person for me. I can use his means I can make my connection with him, and I can initiate my communication with him, like something like that. So the second point is it reduce the stress and anxiety. Let's say I lost something, and it will be more anxiety situation for me. Like what the someone is going to the you going to use this as a bad thing or for the bad purpose. So let's say inside our database the data is present. So overall it will search inside the database, and you are going to get your data.
So the next point is time efficiency. So if we lost something, we will waste so much time to find this in a places like we don't know. So we if with the help of our system, we just need to go to our URL and just need to report it. And if a person found it, we'll just notify it by email.
Let's say I lost my some of the important document like caste certificate or nationality. So in India, to create the document, we need the bunch of documents. Now to create that bunch of document, we also need some bunch of document. So it will save our time if the data found inside our system. So this is the one of the impact it will create in a society.
So in many large organization, we have this section like lost and found, but we need extra resources to like to maintain this thing. So we have created an automated system which will also use as a resource optimization.
So the user can check itself that my data is found by someone or not.
And by finding by like having this kind of system in airport and railway station, we are just spreading positive environment, and it will just it's like impact a
This
nice
is where
impact
you
on that.
hit the nail in the head, right? So I don't care about organization. It's very easy to find, if I lost my something in the item, if really I need to get it, I will get it, because people are smart enough to send an email saying, hey, I have found a phone. This happened to me many times. And when you guys said it, I'm so running, and I think Sudhanshu knows that, and Rajan as well. Like I have like 50 things in my plate every minute. So I lose my wallet, I lose my car key, I lose my stuff very easily. Okay, so then it's in a normal corporate environment, people say, because nobody cares about my car key, right? They are not like they work for a very good organization. So they send an email saying, hey, I found something. They will not say which car key, whatever the thing is, but good. But I think the main impact is gonna be on a public places. Let's say I have a corporate event. Now this is where I lost something or somebody else lost it. So you could have a quick machine or an iPad which is logged, and you can quickly say I have found this item, and there is a box underneath which can do something. So
Yes.
I think the positive impact is going to be on the public area like airport, railway stations, events, like all the cool stuff, rather than real corporate environment. Having said that, like private companies who are railways and all across the globe could be benefited out of this.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good job.
So we have a Q&A session. Any questions?
Yeah, I have a question. First, I will like to commend the team. Very, very good use case, right? Very excellent. I'll say excellent.
Thank
But
you
I
Yeah,
so
have
thank you.
much.
some comments around the UI part. I'm not saying that right now it's not good or it's good. I just wanted you to remember the users in this particular case, and the whole logic
Okay.
will work well. Otherwise, you'll have a real inventory reported for lost, a real exact match for found, but somehow the way people had uploaded their category, subcategory, or the questions and all will define the other side does exactly the same and all. So what I'm trying to say is the UI part is very, very important with pictorials and choosing the subcategory and all, and also the question part of it, because I may report not found. Sorry, I may report a found thing in some particular way. Quite possible the other side search may not do exactly the same way as a category, subcategory, and the identifier questions and all. So you have to, what I'm trying to say as a feedback, not for this
Yeah.
particular team, but when you're coming up with the final solution and all, just be worried about those two personas, the person who is finding and the person who is searching for a lost item. Should be having the same frame of mind, the way they are putting the category, subcategory, and the search criteria and all. That should be the most important thing when you're designing the UIs, the drop-down questions, all those things. I hope you understand. I'm not saying I've not
Yeah.
seen your
Yes.
complete
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
solution and all, but that's very, very
Yes.
important. So that
Yeah. Yeah. We
otherwise
can.
you will have
Yes.
lot of inventory which is a real found thing, and somebody had lost also. He went on your channel and all, but he couldn't search it because he reported things in a very different way. Okay.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
yes, yeah.
We can show the note for it. We have improvements. We'll make a note of it, and we'll just try to
But
implement it for
this
this.
is excellent. Trust me,
Yes.
it has given me a lot of ideas around various type of products and all. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
And if you guys
So
need funding, contact us.
Yeah, sure, sure. Yeah.
It's like a Shark Tank now. Okay. Um,
Okay.
great.
Yeah. So, yeah. Thank you so much. This is what
I think we
this
have
is all.
Shudhanshu and Samriti. We have actually total 3, so we did 2, and 1 is remaining now, right? And I think Shubham, is the second panel back, or
Shubham, I think he's in a room now. His audio is, I think this time it will be clear. Shubham, would you like to unmute? Kapil, you there?
Hello, sir. Can you hear me now?
Yes,
Yeah,
Shubhat,
now
very clear.
Okay, thank you so much, sir. Let me share my screen. Okay. So can you see my screen, sir? Hello.
Yes,
yeah,
Shubham, it's clear.
Uh, Hi everyone. Good evening, your Salesforce expertise. Today I'm presenting one small project which I built, sending emails to the multiple recruiters
Can you do
using
the
Manifest.
slide share?
Uh,
it's already shared?
Slide share as in a slideshow.
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah,
full.
Slide
okay.
share
Play,
mode.
play. Yeah.
oh, sorry.
Click on F5. F5. Click F5.
Do one thing. There is slideshow written,
So
right?
left side of the Zoom thing, Shubham. Left side,
Left of it. Left.
that
Just go a
icon to
little
the
bit.
left of it. Just click that.
You have gone to left. Okay. On the bottom panel. Okay, hold on. On the bottom panel, you have this zoom thing. Okay. Click F5.
Just a second. Just a
Okay.
second. Just a second. Let me tell. Go to the. You see.
Okay. Yeah, got it.
Yeah.
Thanks,
It's
Shubham.
fine, right? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Thank you. So this is a small project which I built, send emails to the multiple recruiters using single click. So, agenda is introduction. What was the problem behind this? What was the motivation behind this project which I built? How is useful for the especially a job seeker? This tool which I use for in the center and area of the growth. So the problem is for the job seeker, it's a very time sensitive process for the job seeker. They are manually doing all this stuff like they are selecting recruiter's email and sending heading what we call subject and body. There will be so many things behind this, and it's a manually task. So what I did is build this component for this problem. So
Uh,
motivation.
Shubham. Like you
Yeah,
are actually uh, going very fast. Could you please slow down a bit? We are not able to hear
sure,
you.
sure. Okay. So the motivation behind this stuff, like for the job seekers, there is a opportunity in the telco domain, and every time what that job seeker do, they are going to the LinkedIn, specify some criteria there, like
Shubham, I think it is still a bit fast. Could you please slow down a bit more?
okay, sir, okay.
Yeah, and
So
also could you please bring your mic to your
It's
face?
Yeah, so Shubham,
okay,
don't feel panicked. Just go very, very slow so that people like me, who have less hearing power can understand. And if possible, bring your mic close to your mouth. You're doing well.
yeah,
Just go a little bit slower. Okay, do not panic. Don't take tension. It's fine. Happens, right? This is probably, first few or like whatever. So there is no panic. We are all friends, just talking about your idea. So, okay, just don't be
okay,
nervous. Like just go very, very slow. Good job.
okay, sure. So the first thing is like job seeker what will do nowadays they are going to the LinkedIn. They are specifying some criteria like they are searching a Salesforce developer hiring, and based on that we are clicking on the post. Once we click on the post, we click on some several criteria like post within a 24 hours. Okay, so that all the records is evaluated in the LinkedIn page. So that page once is loaded, then manually what we did, we have just copy the recruiter's name, go into the email, having the that mail to the email box, and we are integrating the body, and we are sending the email to the recruiter. Same thing we are repeating many times for the every day, right? So that's why this is the motivation behind this. So it's the repetitive process I want to avoid. So I have built this code. Let me go to the next slide. It's helpful for especially job seekers who want to change job or they want uh, Salesforce tool which I use Lightning Web component I use a text class, vegetable class, schedulable and community cloud also I use in this tool. Okay. So so area of the growth of this project. So I need to integrate Salesforce with LinkedIn. So I will get all the information through the LinkedIn in the Salesforce. Once that information I got, right? So I will collect that raw data, and based on that raw data, I will get what you call that accurate email ID, which is available in the LinkedIn post. And once all this information I got it, right? So after that, what I will do, I will share the one schedulable class and what do you call it? Within a 24 hours, I will run this class, and once the class is run, so that we already collect all this information in the LinkedIn, and we got that email. So it will wrap up things again and again, and after within a 24 hours. So this job because if just the local group they don't want to go to the particular page to look into the job. They lots of time consuming process. So that's what it's just like a team, So it's very helpful for them. So this is the future of the growth. To call the business perspective, we need to implement those things here. So thank you. Let me give a quick demo to you guys. So I have given all these validation which is needed, and here the health test which I give for the new command they will totally understand without any guidance. So if I click here, it's all the validation I have given there. So let me add my email. So for now, especially I need to
Shubham, sorry, you are coming in and out. It's very difficult to hear you, and there is like background noise. It's better than before, but yours, are you using a mic or a microphone or a headphone on this call? Because is it only me or like other folks like
No,
Samriti?
yeah,
Same
I
here.
will also want to mention that.
okay, sir. Let I will finish in 1 minute only. Like it's a simple thing. I will throw up and grab the emails here. We can add
Um,
multiple.
sorry, let me take a call on this. So basically, the problem is with the voice, as whatever it is. So right now we can't hear it properly. Maybe tomorrow when the voice is proper, if you're in the right place and we have the slot, then you can present because we can't hear anything. So it won't be beneficial for you or for judges to spend that time, right? So we can skip it for now. Let's see if we have the time slot tomorrow and you're available.
Sure, ma'am. Thank you so much. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Shubham.
Okay.
Yeah, thank
So
you. I feel bad, that they have spent a lot of time and we are not able to hear them. If they can, meet tomorrow morning, I'm happy to, take out some time because I don't want their, work to go in the trash, right? And I think every candidate should have an equal chance. Again, this is not like a life-changing, thing, but I think if we can, given a slot, Samriti, I would like to talk to them. And if we can do it their morning, I'm fine, logging in the night and do this.
that's very nice of you. So I can confirm their timing and confirm you with the timing. And if a slot is matching, then we can set that up.
Okay, sure.
Thank you so much for that. So, guys, as we all have presented, anyone has some questions which you have the chance to directly ask to the panelist, general or anyone who want to ask some questions, we can have like 5-10 minutes of that.
Yes, Abhishek here.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah. So thank you for your time. Like from your driving some time from your busy schedule and just giving all your thoughts, and definitely the thoughts that you had shared, both of you shared on the project that I had showcased. So definitely that I will implement, and let me know if there is any improvement that I need to do in it, and how we can improve. Like as I said that I had worked as a QMS like whole this years. I'm having a experience of a QA. So how we can go ahead, like specific any clouds, instead of, like, I'm not that fond of technical guy or just coding guy person. So how I can leverage my QA knowledge, or let's say the holes, and move to the next stage, like being not only QA but in the admin side, or let's say BA side, or any specific cloud that we I can leverage on.
So are you asking about like how should we design this solution to make it scalable, or you are asking how you can, improve your skill in different, I would
Yes.
say, like like first, what's your question like exactly? Like I'm
Like
confused.
improvement my skill, the knowledge that I had implemented this in the project, like about the knowledge articles, about the CMS that I was having, but how I can further enhance my knowledge, or leverage some cloud, so that I can specifically develop my skill set specifically over the cloud. Means, like, instead
So
of coding, I'm not having a coding, or I'm not much interested in coding, frankly
no,
speaking.
no, understood. So I think from all the, basically contestant, even like, Shubham and team, who were not able to discuss. So all the ideas are pretty great, right? So
Mm.
some people like struggle to generate an idea, and all you guys had a great idea, and with respect to basically productizing it, right? So
Yes.
me and Shubham were talking, I think 9-10 months back we were working on something, and they were like, oh, we can productize it, and that's what I told them. Yes, I have a plan, but we are not ready. Means they did probably, they thought they have done like 80% of the work, but it was
Mhm.
not 80%. Right after that we had to redo a lot of things, and still that product is not ready. So some of the thing like a product design and really solving a lot of problems comes with an experience. Like I never knew, so trust me, this hunger thing, like I was, even despite living in US for 10 years, I asked this question to this guy, why you're throwing it, like why can't we do that, and you give it to me, I will give it to him. And he was
Mhm.
like, No, we can't do this because of these challenges, right? So some
Right.
first thing is a product design is something that you kind of learn over time, right? There is no secret recipe that anybody can drink and start understanding how to design a product end to end, right? That comes with experience, exposure and all. But with
Mhm.
respect to gaining your knowledge, Salesforce is one of the only few platform that gives you like trailhead, a very good way to learn. But the
Mhm.
problem, what I see with the trailhead is it's very high level. Until
High
you go
level.
into the detail, you cannot get it. So how I learned Salesforce 12 years back is I went through 3 books that they had, and it was an official Salesforce guides that I went through. That was my personal experience. But if you are not interested to learn those, I think what you can do is go through the trailhead and try to solve this type of an idea, how you will solve it end to end, right? Think about first problem is adoption that always happen in any product, like how you will incentivize, again in every solution, how you will incentivize your people, like lost and found scenario as well, people to put
Mhm.
this data, right? We are so you know I would say running our life in a very fast environment. We have no time. Like sometime you have messages from friends and family where you're not
Mhm.
able to reply. Even if I find something, I don't want to keep it, but will I ever go to this, booth and put the something, right? I don't know that. But so like think on those front. But for your learning, I think there's a lot of content out there. There are a lot of good, Udemy, very cheap sessions that you can help you how to think about a product design and all. And you do not need to be a developer if that's not your forte and you don't want to do that, right? Do something that you like. And I think there are a lot of opportunities in the product role as well. What you have, kind of demonstrated us can be a very good product, right? The only
Right.
thing is a law, logistic, and all the cool stuff that you need to find out. And every non-profit struggles with the funding. Trust me on that, right? That's the first thing that you need to solve. If I have a good donor who is giving me some 10, 15, 20, 50,000 dollar, how you gonna be, kind of be in touch with them, invite to some ribbon cutting ceremony or some whatever you have to do for these people to be incentivized. And they don't need money because they are donating it, but they probably need some type of the thing, like which could be a
Exposure as
fame, yeah, exposure, some article about
well.
them and all. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Anything else, Abhishek? Did we answer your question?
Yes, definitely.
Okay.
Thank you. And I was also thinking of going ahead with the AI as well, but not sure how we can implement AI and how much implementation that is going around based on the AI as well, as it is totally new and all, because a lot of R&D is also going on at the AI side as well. So how do you think that it will going to help in our career as well? And how much current implementation that is going on based on the AI? Because currently what we see over here is that there is a lot of price increase as well when compared to all the Salesforce product that we are having. It's like earlier it was like $10, now it has been in place to $15 based on the licenses that we are having, and also which cloud that we are implemented. So how you think that AI going to be benefited, and how much implementations that will be going on, and how we can leverage our career in the AI of the Salesforce?
Every greedy CEO want to have us, AI, right? A lot of people don't know, like just like you're trying to figure out, but I think it will do good in customer service, right? And sometime of demand prediction. So I think once you have a lot of data, you might be able to predict, that this person probably gonna donate because based on like events like you have like somewhere something is happening. But I think for your specific use case, I'm still not able to figure out the right use case for the AI,
No,
except
not only,
predicting.
sorry to interrupt, not for this project, but overall, that if I want to switch the career in the AI and the current implementation that is going on overall, like we are having as Einstein as well, for which I had worked on recommendation as well and for scoring as well. How different that is, like Einstein and AI, it is different, and how much implementation currently is going on, so that we can switch our career currently from the QA to the AI side as well. So that way I was asking.
Again, there are a lot of implementation happening, to be very honest. Okay, the only thing is I'm also pretty new and I'm learning about AI. Like we have done some use cases in few of our, clients, but they are more of, kind of determining a sentiment on an email and all. There is definitely a scope here, right? And if you think that, you want to do that, probably, you should try it out. We can talk offline because it's a very broader question
Yes,
and
yes.
the answer is very big on this
Big.
front.
Right. No, no, definitely. Thank you. Thank you for
Yeah,
that.
also I would like to add on over here is like recently I have also exploring or and built some use cases, small use cases around the AI. Uh, like that is independent of the Salesforce actually. We are using Chat GPT, Google Gemini. So we have built small use cases around it. So like in future, if you need any help or if you have any questions around AI, you can reach out to me as well.
Yes, thank you for that.
Smriti, I think we are good with the questions. Any other questions do you have, guys? Abhishek, Nipesh, Janil, Prasanna, Kapil.
Nothing from my side. Thank you.
Okay. So
Thank you so much.
I think we are good. Thank you so much, Ushank and Rajan, for giving us your time. I know it is hard to take out time from your schedule, but yeah, uh, we are really grateful for that you um, you gave us your time. Thank you so much for that.
And Smriti and Sudhanshu will be sending through mail uh, around the template and all. Yeah.
Yeah, sure,
Thank you.
Rajan. Thank you for that.
Thank you, both of you. Thank you so much, Vishank and Rajan, for giving us your time. And regarding submissions, please take a look. Like there are lot many submissions, and just go through them if you like something. Just want to showcase you the submissions.
Sure.
They have put a lot of hard work onto that.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it.
Bye. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Rajan and Ushank, for your time.
Thank you, Shank. Thank you, Rajan.
Thank you.
Thank you, Smriti. Thank you, everyone, basically.